In this lecture, we will discuss the basics of DC machinery. As we know, real generators and motors do not move in a straight line, they rotate in circular form. There are two types of DC machines. The type number one is DC motors, and the type number two is DC generators. DC motors. The DC motor is a machine which converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. Electrical energy into mechanical energy. Its action is based on the principle that when a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, it experiences a mechanical force whose direction is given by Fleming left-hand rule and whose magnitude is given by F is equal to ILB. The type number two is DC generator. DC generator is a machine which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. Mechanical energy into electrical energy. The energy conversion is based on the principle of the production of dynamically or motionally induced EMF. Most DC machines are like AC machines in that they have AC voltages and currents within them. It means the internal generated voltage in DC machine is AC. DC machines have a DC output only because a mechanism exists that converts the internal AC voltages to DC voltages at their terminals. This mechanism is called a commutator. A commutator is a mechanism which is used in DC machines that converts the internal AC voltages into DC voltages. Converts internal AC voltages to DC voltages. It means in DC machines we use commutator to convert the internal AC voltages to DC voltages. That's why DC machinery is also known as a commutating machinery. It means DC machinery is also known as commutating machinery. The next topic is a simple rotating loop between curved pole faces. The simplest possible rotating DC machine is shown in this figure. In figure is shown a single turn rectangular copper coil ABCD rotating about its own axis. The axes are O and O dash. In a magnetic field provided by either permanent magnets or electromagnets. The loop consists of 4 segments. The segment number 1 is AB, the segment number 2 is BC, the segment number 3 is CD, and the segment number 4 is DA. The direction of the magnetic field is from north to south. The rotating part of this machine is called rotor and the static part of this machine is called stator. The direction of rotation of this machine is counterclockwise. It depends on the external mechanical power. If we will apply the power in clockwise, then the direction of the machine will be clockwise. If we apply the external mechanical power in counterclockwise, then the direction of the machine will be the direction of the rotation of the machine will be anti-clockwise or counterclockwise. The magnetic field for the machine is supplied by the magnet north and south poles shown in the figure B. The reluctance, as you can see in this figure, the reluctance of the air is much higher than the reluctance of the iron in the machine. The air gap exists between the rotating part and the static part. As you can see in this figure, the rotating part is called rotor and the static part is called stator. In between, air gap exists. The magnetic field must take the shortest possible path through the air between the pole face and the rotor surface. Magnetic fields follow that path where the reluctance will be minimum. If the air gap is maximum, then the reluctance will be maximum and magnetic field will not follow that path. As you can see in this figure, here the magnetic fields are bent because at that point the air gap is maximum, therefore the reluctance is maximum. Magnetic fields must take the shortest possible path through the air between pole face and the rotor surface. The second important point is magnetic flux is perpendicular to the rotor surface everywhere under the pole faces. As you can see in this figure, the magnetic field and the rotor surface are perpendicular to each other. And the third important point is, since the air gap is uniform width, the reluctance is the same everywhere under the pole faces. Air gap between the rotor and the stator is same. Due to this, the reluctance will be same. If the reluctance will be same, then the magnetic field, then the uniform reluctance means that the magnetic flux density is constant everywhere under the pole faces. The top view of the machine is shown here. As you can see in this figure, there are 4 segments. When these segments rotate in the magnetic field, voltage will be induced. And the front view of this wave machine is shown here. At this point, the direction of the velocity is upward, and here the direction of the velocity is downward. I hope you understood the concepts of DC machinery, and in the next lecture we will discuss the concept of induced voltage in a rotating loop.